Hey guys, it's Nosy Boy. The last one of these did really well, so we're gonna do another one. We're doing another Mugen tournament. If you don't want to hear like the mini channel update or the mini update to this series or to the Mugen Fantasy League, skip ahead to the time I have on the video and you'll be taken to the first match. But today I wanted to say thank you for the support on the last video. It's very hard to get into the algorithm or to get any kind of decent views. I've been scraping by with like a couple hundred views per video, sometimes less, but the Mugen video is sitting at 3,000 right now, and that might not seem like a lot, but that's a lot to me, especially coming back from like a 5 or 6 month break from YouTube. That's pretty nice for a channel my size, and I'm very happy with that, so thank you a bunch. And also some changes to how this tournament's gonna play out. Instead of 2 out of 3 for every single match, in 2 out of 3 matches, it's going to be 1 match until semifinals, which is gonna be 2 out of 3, and then grand finals, which is gonna be 3 out of 5. That's just to make it easier for my editing. Last time I had to cut down like 40 to 50 minutes into like 10 because round 1 just went on for way too long. And same for round 2. So this time I'm going to try and cut down on those rounds because I feel like a lot of the good fights, especially for the bracket I have in front of me, are going to be later on. And we kind of just want to get to those as soon as possible. I don't think there's going to be a ton of really close matches in round 1. I think the close matches will come later on in the tournament. As for how often this is going to go up, I kind of want it to be once a month, but I'll have you guys tell me in the comments down below. Do you want it every other week? I could do that. I think weekly is too often. I think if we did it weekly, I would eventually run out of really interesting characters that I like, because that's the key here, is I need to like the character as well if I'm going to be invested in this. So the good news is I like a lot of characters and I'm not against that many of them. But yeah, so that's it. Just tell me how often you want to see it, and let's go over who's actually in Mugen Character CPU Tournament 2. We're still working on the name. Today we're going to have matches between John Cena and Robbie Rotten, Mike Wazowski and Kermit the Frog, Eric Cartman and Rottytops, Lynn and Ichigo, PewDiePie and Homer Simpson, Pikachu and Kratos, Jeff the Killer and Slender Man, and Club Penguin and Boba Fett. Let's not waste any more time. Let's just hop right into match number 1. For this first match, we have John Cena and Robbie Rotten. Let's see who goes. Robbie Rotten getting a lot of early pressure, mixing up John, opening him up. Sorry, gamers, I had such a huge brain fart. For a second, I thought Robbie Rotten was in the last tournament. And I was like, wait, was he? He wasn't. Joker and Ronald McDonald were. But Robbie Rotten takes the first round very decisively. I don't know if John Cena can do it. I don't think John Cena is used to someone being able to see him. He just did the "you can't see me," but obviously he can, John. You're about to lose and get knocked out of the tournament. John lands 3 hits and does... Oh! John did half of Robbie's health with 3 hits, but Robbie Rotten still manages to get the dub. He moves on to round 2. For a second match, we have Kermit the Frog, the best looking character in this entire tournament, and Mike Wazowski. They're playing a lot of footsies right now. I don't think they understand they're supposed to be fighting and that this is a fighting game tournament. Yeah, it looks like 2 children trying to throw down with each other. It looks like when you have 2 3-year-olds fighting over the last juice box. I'm gonna be very clear, guys. These guys, these suck. These guys suck. But you know, we got it. Maybe these competitors are just holding back all of their might until the end of the tournament. That did nothing. This does nothing, Kermit. Stop extending the match, Kermit. Oh my god. This match is taking so long, I feel like I'm watching competitive Injustice 2. Oh my god, end me now. Just let it end. Finally, Mike Wazowski moves on to round 2. Now this next match is between Rottytops and Eric Cartman. Rottytops is not super complete. She does turn into a mini Karate Man with some of her animations, but I put her in anyways because a lot of people in my Discord server really wanted her to be in the game. They really wanted her to be in the tournament, and they were asking for her. By far one of the most requested characters, period. So here she is swinging her foot around. I hope you guys get what you want. Eric Cartman's fucking her up though. Eric Cartman getting in her face. Oh, he doesn't care that you turn into a mini Karate Man. He's gonna shit on you anyways. Literally shit on you. What? Oh no! My Discord server is not gonna be happy with this one. If you would like to join that Discord server and help give me input on who to put into the next tournaments or what music to put in the background of these videos, go in the description down below, click that link, join the Discord server, and oh no, Rottytops, this character's not done. I don't know what I expected, but people wanted her, so the people got her. Yeah, that was just a slaughter. I'm so sorry to my Discord. This next matchup is between Lin and Ichigo. Lin being one of my favorite video game characters, period, and just one of my favorite characters to watch in Mugen. This is a real slaughter so far, but I'll be honest, I kind of expected it to be. Lin's just a super solid character, and she's absolutely fucking up Ichigo right now. That looks like a perfect round. It seems like Ichigo's getting doo-dooed on, and I can't say I'm not surprised. God, this character's so sick! Lin with the coolest combos ever! Just going at it, 19, 20 hits, 21! Oh, and she drops it, or as we call it, the American reset. She just keeps going in on Ichigo, fucking him up, going into the super! Oh, this character's so hype. It's so good to see her. Put her in Smash and make her this hype, please. That's all I've ever wanted in my life, ever. And there we go, the only two people happy in the world that Lin beat Ichigo are me and Alpharad if somehow Dad is watching. I love you, Dad. For this next round, we have PewDiePie and Homer Simpson. Hopefully this fight's closer. PewDiePie going for these mix-ups on Homer. Homer goes for the wake-up, but PewDiePie just doesn't care about it. He charges up. Homer throws a donut. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised Homer's not going in more. I know this character can be really aggressive. Looks like he's finally starting to get some pressure in, gets a super, and just like that, he makes a comeback on PewDiePie. Sorry, Felix, but it looks like you're down a match, down a round. Let's see if PewDiePie can clap back and stay in the tournament. He lands another parry, gets one right on Homer's chin. He crouches, tries to duck under the projectile, fails horribly at it. Homer goes for a grab. Homer throws the donut. Homer goes for some jabs and just throwing out some hitboxes. Oh my god, Homer just threw him into the dirt. Homer throws him into the dirt. It's over for PewDiePie. PewDiePie has been eliminated from the tournament. For this next fight, it looks like we have a shiny Pikachu and Kratos. It doesn't look like Kratos can even fucking hit Pikachu. I wonder if we've seen something like this before. Pikachu just blocking, low profiling everything. Kratos finally getting some hits on Pikachu. Pikachu's just charging in Kratos' face. Pika's being so disrespectful. Does not care that this man is trying to hit him. Kratos is actually trying to fucking win the match, but Pikachu's just being a disrespectful piece of shit. Shiny Pikachu finally trying to go for some offense here. Never mind, he's just going to charge some more. I don't think Pikachu is the brightest one. Kratos just did half of Pikachu's health with one swing. And then he did it again. Pikachu, maybe try not just charging up in front of Kratos' face. That would probably get you pretty far. Kratos with these big-ass hitboxes, doing his best to hit Pikachu. Looks like he's kind of hard to low profile because he covers the entire screen. Pikachu doing a good job blocking this pressure. Kratos going for another big boy move. Pikachu going for a super, finally gets some kind of... He doesn't do much at all, actually, with that. I wish Pikachu would go for some offense. I play Pikachu. I know he's pretty good. Pikachu starting to make somewhat of a comeback. Oh, but Kratos just doesn't care. Yeah, and it's over for Pikachu. That just seemed hard. but Pikachu did put up more of a fight than most of our contestants so far. This next battle is between Jeff the Killer and Slenderman. If you're familiar with 2013 YouTube, you're familiar with these two. And cool, whoever made this map created a tree that covers half the fucking stage. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed watching that. Jeff the Killer goes up around. This looks really cool. Too bad we missed half of it thanks to that fucking tree JPEG that's in the way. Jeff the Killer moves on to round 2. Oh my god. This next match is between Club Penguin and Boba Fett. Club Penguin being, I don't know if you know this, but if you compete in the Mugen Fantasy League and you win, you get to choose a character that's going to be in the next tournament. Club Penguin was the pick from our last winner, Caden. So Caden picked Club Penguin, and so far he's picked a character that's doing a good job against a tall character. That might be a block infinite, actually. That seems really, really oppressive. Little web foot into snowball against someone like Kratos, that could be devastating. What the fuck? What the fuck? He turns into the slave one. What? Boba Fett pulled out the slave one and is now making a comeback on Club Penguin. This seems like it's cheating. This super lasts for forever. Oh my god, now Boba Fett's in the Boba Fett's in the lead. Can he maintain the lead? Can Boba Fett do anything? Boba Fett, please. Oh, that's super close. Boba Fett barely got edged out by the Club Penguin. Player wins. They really gave this character Fox's Final Smash from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And here he comes, Landmaster! It's the fucking slave one. This character's so stupid. It's a good thing he doesn't stay like that for the entire match, because it's absolutely broken. Boba Fett, if he gets enough slave ones, might be able to win this against Club Penguin. I don't know why he's going in. Club Penguin just throws out punches in front of his face. Boba Fett could just sit full screen, chuck some projectiles, be lame. Oh my god. What sucks is that Boba Fett has a dead zone that's right in front of him, which is, I think, is fair for zoners. Like, if you're right in front of a zoner, it's hard for them to hit you. So a lot of these really fast projectiles that have really nice frame data just don't hit right in front of him. And that's very unfortunate, because that's what's cucking Boba Fett the most here. Even though he is in the lead, Boba Fett takes a round. Boba Fett's not out of this yet. We finally have a close match on our hand. And it's between Boba Fett and the Club Penguin. Who would have thought? Oh, and he's already in the slave one. This looks bad for Club Penguin. The slave one's only good if he attacks, though, so Boba Fett's really not getting that much mileage out of this slave one this time. That's very unfortunate for Boba Fett. That's probably going to cost him the entire match, the fact that he barely got any mileage at all from that slave one usage. Oh my god! Boba Fett's not out of this yet. He has meter. He might be able to pull out the slave one again. Oh, he gets some damage on Club Penguin. I was not expecting this at all. Boba Fett making the comeback. Boba Fett's learning that Club Penguin just goes, and the slave one's back. This should be it if Boba Fett just shoots him once with the slave one. What is he doing? And Boba Fett wins. Boba Fett moves on to round 2 in the closest fight yet. Round 1 is over, and we have round 2 now. The match is Robbie Rotten versus Mike Wazowski. Eric Cartman versus Len from Fire Emblem. Homer Simpson versus Kratos, the God of War. And Jeff the Killer versus Boba Fett. Let's see which of these can make it to the semifinals, where the matches are going to be 2 out of 3. And let's see who can make it to the grand finals, where the match will be best 3 out of 5. I wonder who's going to win this match. Who would have fucking thought? This next match is between Lynn and Eric Cartman. Lynn is already going apeshit. Eric Cartman cannot get the offense that he got off last time. Lynn's just too fast, and she actually has combos. She's capitalizing on everything. This is what a complete Mugen character looks like, baby. She's just going off on Eric Cartman. Oh, but he makes a bit of a comeback. He lands a combo, doing fairly decent damage to Lynn. He just needs like 5 more of those combos. Oh, and she stabs the child in the face. Lynn goes up around. Let's see if she can move on to the semifinals. Yeah, it really does look like Lynn's just so strong. Lynn just landing these combos, getting in Eric's face, throwing out these combos, fucking hit confirming off of the bow cancel, into combo, into super, 14 hits, 30% damage. What the fuck can Eric Cartman do about this? The answer is nothing. Lynn's making it to the semifinals. Get out of here, kiddo. Next up, we have Homer Simpson versus Kratos, the God of War. Kratos does fucking damage. Homer doesn't carry, throws the donut after landing a throw. Goes for another, looks like command grab where he runs at him. Squeezes Kratos. Eats to regain meter, it looked like. Throws a donut. This actually looks like a very close match. I could see this going either way. Homer going for a super, lands all of it, bites the God of War. Who has the balls to do that but Homer Simpson? Oh, Kratos counters Homer super with just a really meaty punch in the face. Homer keeps squeezing the God of War. He says, I'm going to squeeze you to fuck. I don't care if you're a god. I'm just going to squeeze you. Oh, there goes the squeeze. Kratos goes down a round. Kratos doesn't look like he's holding anything back this next round. He just wants to get his round back and make this an even fight. Is Homer going to let him do it? That's the real question. Kratos keeps missing these supers and keeps missing these big attacks, and that's going to really hurt him in the long run. Homer's perfectly content throwing out these donuts, going for supers, into command grab, into just throwing out some jabs and some hitboxes so Kratos can't get anything done. Goes for the swirly swirl. Oh, and he goes for a super in Kratos' face. Kratos gets a punish, but it's not really that good of a punish. Kratos started out the last match fairly well. Lands a decent amount of that move. Does some pretty decent damage. Misses it completely that time. Kratos just isn't punishing that move when Homer does it and whiffs it in front of him. Or when Kratos blocks it. It's super punishable, and the lack of the punishes really bit Kratos in the ass there. Homer is the new God of War. For the final match of round 2, we have Jeff the Killer versus Boba Fett. Jeff the Killer has very oppressive offense. Gets a nice little combo on Boba Fett and is now just keeping up the block pressure. Boba Fett counters with a grenade, but he didn't try to get any pressure off of that grenade he dropped. Boba Fett just seems like this is really rough. We all know that Boba Fett has an issue hitting right in front of him, and that's where Jeff the Killer likes to stay. So this seems like a really bad matchup for Boba Fett. And Jeff the Killer hits you once, and he goes 41 hits. That's insane. Goes up around. Jeff the Killer gets a grab, and off of that grab, he gets full combo, drops it, gets Boba Fett in the corner, goes for a super, converts off of the super, goes for another super, converts again, 30 hits, lots of damage. This seems like it's all game over for Boba Fett. Jeff the Killer hasn't even been touched yet. This is just awful for the bounty hunter. And Jeff the Killer moves on to the semifinals. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the semifinals. We started with 16 competitors, and we've weeded it down to the 4 best. Robbie Rotten, Lynn from Fire Emblem, Homer Simpson, and Jeff the Killer. Which of these 4 are going to move on to the grand finals? Let's find out. Keep in mind, all these matches will now be best 2 out of 3 instead of best of 1. Let's get into this first semifinals match. Can someone finally pose a threat to Lynn from Fire Emblem? She immediately gets in Robbie Rotten's face. They are fighting on Mustafar. It does not look good for Robbie Rotten so far. Lynn's just so oppressive with her offense, and she's just getting in there. These combos are lasting forever. When she gets a hit, she makes the most out of it, and that's the biggest difference between this character and the others. The other characters, when they get a hit, are pretty likely to drop it, but not Lynn. all of her punishes and all of her openings are led into optimal damage. Oh my god. Completely missing that super. That's very unfortunate from Robbie Rotten. The thing is, Robbie Rotten's not even bad. We saw him do really well against the other two characters he fought. He fucked up John Cena and Mike Wazowski both, but Lynn is just so oppressive. Whenever she has that really big hitbox because of her sword, and whenever she gets a hit, she's going in and she's getting at least 30% of your health. That's a very rare combo drop from Lynn, but it's okay. She picks up another one right after, and that did not look very good for Robbie Rotten. Lynn goes up a match. They take things to Hyrule Castle. Can Robbie Rotten make a comeback? It does not look like it. It looks like it's pretty much more of the same of last match. Oh my god, he missed an attack. I believe that's a mechanic specifically with the Lynn character. Oh my god, 16 hits, really nice damage. This character's so fun to watch. She's just getting these optimal combo punishes and getting the most damage possible. She reminds me a lot of watching Dancing Banana from the last tournament, where he's just all offense, all in your face, and getting these huge combos and this big damage every time he lands a hit on you. Lynn actually gets hit this match. That's really good for Robbie Rotten. He's throwing out these projectiles. I think he should do more of that when Lynn is full screen. This is an in-your-face character, and that's where she's the best. She obviously suppresses Robbie Rotten when she's in his face. He should throw more cakes, maybe cake super, cake super, mix it up like that. But it just looks like it's too hard for him to get anything out. Lynn makes it to the grand finals in a very convincing showing against Robbie Rotten. This next match in the semifinals is going down. It's Jeff the Killer versus Homer Simpson. Who can do it? If anyone can beat Jeff, I think it's Homer. All Homer needs is a super or two and a couple of grabs, and he's in this. He throws some donuts, gets some pressure on Jeff the Killer. Jeff the Killer is not getting in as easily as the last few times, right? Homer's making it very hard for him. Nobody's really punishing that Homer super when he misses it. It seems extremely punishable, unless that entire active time is a hitbox. But Jeff the Killer just throwing a fuck ton of knives. Homer going for some command grabs, getting in Jeff the Killer's face. Oh, I thought he landed the super for a second, but Jeff the Killer manages to punish Homer, goes up around. Jeff the Killer gets a throw into a stab into knives, and he's just going in. He's all in on Homer Simpson here. He misses those knives, and I thought Homer was going to capitalize, but he just doesn't manage to. He's throwing these donuts, getting these donuts out onto the field. Homer gets grabbed, though, gets caught, throwing these knives. More donuts and knives. They're playing footsies from full screen right now. Oh, and he lands the super. That's really nice damage on Jeff the Killer. Can he capitalize? Can he keep... Oh, I thought he was going to get another one. It seems like the way this Homer likes to play is eat a sandwich, land a super, eat a sandwich, then go for another super. Just try to keep the pressure up. Go for grabs when you can. He seems a lot more like a grappler than anything else. I thought he hit that super there for a second, but Jeff the Killer's defense is too strong, and he gets a very... Oh, he drops the combo. That's very rare, but he gets a parry off on Homer Simpson and then wraps up the first match. Can Homer Simpson make this comeback? It doesn't look good letting Jeff get the first hit like that, but last match wasn't all bad. I could have seen it going Homer's way if he just kept up the pressure after he landed a hit. But Jeff the Killer's defense is very strong. Homer's got to mix it up more. I don't see Homer going for enough grabs this time. Last time Homer went for a fuck ton of grabs, and really that's what won in those matches, is his grab pressure. It's really disappointing that I'm not seeing Homer go for any grabs and just getting caught by these combos. A lot of what Homer was doing right against the other competitors, he's just not doing against Jeff the Killer. I don't know if Jeff the Killer's in his head or what, but it's looking very, very bad for Homer Simpson. Oh, he starts out with the super. That's very brave. Goes for the spinneroonie right afterwards, and Jeff gets a combo. Not even getting a big one, only 6 hits, moderate damage. Homer's trying to get something here, but it doesn't seem like Homer's... what he does is he goes for these super loops, right? He goes for a super, and then he lands it, uses the frame advantage to eat a sandwich, get more meter, and go for another super after that. But Jeff the Killer isn't playing his game. it looks like that. It seems like Homer's just used to weaker competitors, people with weaker defense, and it's very tough. Oh, I thought that was a punish, but Jeff the Killer was ready for it, and that's it. Jeff the Killer makes it to the semifinals. Welcome to the first of the grand finals matches. I said Jeff the Killer made it to semifinals, but he actually made it to grands. I'm a dummy. Jeff the Killer getting a lot of damage off on Lynn. Lynn having a very hard time dealing with this offensive pressure. It's like looking in a mirror for her, I'm sure. That she's used to being the one doing all the pressure, and Jeff the Killer here is just doing it all to her. She just needs one good hit, though, to catch this up. One or two good hits, and I believe she could make up the difference. Jeff the Killer just countering and parrying everything she does, though. This seems very tough for Lynn. This is almost a perfect game for Jeff the Killer, but Lynn gets a hit. It's very important that she gets an optimal... Very good. Ends in super. Can she get another hit after this? It was very important for Lynn that she get an optimal punish. But now it looks like she's going into the next round with no meter. And this looks bad for Lynn. Jeff the Killer taking the first round of the first match of grand finals. Up, she gets the miss into a throw. That's good, but she didn't get anything off of it. And that's always unfortunate. Jeff the Killer just does loads of damage. It seems like Lynn needs to do a lot more work than Jeff the Killer. Jeff the Killer did 2 hits there, and Lynn just did 28, and they're about even in terms of life. And Jeff the Killer is getting a lot of these small hits. His damage is definitely off the charts. Oh, she gets another good hit. She's starting to adapt to Jeff the Killer's playstyle. She's doing the combos, converts, very nice. Oh, Jeff the Killer gets this hit. This is going to be a lot of damage from his part. Lynn does not have the most health in the world. Gets a counter into super, and that's going to be it. That super does a massive amount of damage. Holy shit. Jeff the Killer goes up a match. Let's get to the second match. Jeff the Killer only needs to win 2 more, and he wins the entire thing. Lands the first hit. That's very unfortunate for Lynn. This is pretty much the story of last game, if we're being honest here. Lynn just falling behind. She gets a hit, but she doesn't capitalize it on... Oh, no, she doesn't capitalize on it like she usually does. That's insane. Jeff the Killer, he does not need to do that much to get damage versus Lynn. Lynn is a very squishy character. Her whole design is that she's very oppressive, but when she gets oppressed, her flaws start to really show, and Jeff the Killer very oppressively takes that first round of match 2. Let's not count Lynn out of it yet. Remember, Dancing Banana was down 2 games against Bubbles before he almost made the entire run back. Never say never for these characters, and we've seen what Lynn can do when she has advantage. She drops the combo. That's very unfortunate. Goes for the counter. Oh my god, this is not looking good for Lynn. She gets a hit, finally, goes for damage. She's not wasting any time. Very optimal. Ending in super, very nice damage. That's about half of Jeff the Killer's health. If she does that one more time, she can do it, and she can get her first round of this match. Oh, Jeff the Killer lands an uppercut. He lands a super. That's not good. Throw some knives. Oh my god, this might be it for Lynn. Jeff the Killer does big damage. Oh, he drops it. Can she take advantage? And he gets an air throw, going up 2 matches to 0. Jeff the Killer is on tournament point. It's up to this final match. Lynn lands the first hit. She knows her back's against the ropes. She knows that this is her last chance to stay in the tournament, and that if Jeff wins this, it's all over for everyone. Come on, Lynn. She can do it. Jeff the Killer getting these big meaty hits against Lynn. This character just does so much damage. It's a lot of like that Dancing Banana versus Bubbles matchup. Banana just needed to do so much against Bubbles to do the damage, while Bubbles seemed to do almost nothing to get the same. It was very oppressive. But Lynn is on a roll right here. Counters Jeff the Killer. Is she about to take her first round? And she does! She's not out of it yet, gang. She's not out of it yet. She's not going down without a fight. She takes her first round in Grand Finals. Oh, very unfortunate. Jeff the Killer gets the hit. 10 hits. Nice damage. She goes for the arrow. I think she should go for more of those, honestly. It's a pretty solid projectile, and she can convert off of it. Oh, goes for the counter. That was really good of Jeff the Killer. He's getting a lot of damage off on her. Very offensive character. These characters are both in your face. Very offensive. Lynn gets a hit, and she's not going to drop this combo. She's going to try and get the most out of it. Goes for big damage. It's an even match now. Whoever gets this next hit could win. Is it going to be Jeff? He gets the hit. He drops the combo, ends it in an air throw. Oh, he gets the grab. He converts off of it, and that's going to be the round. Jeff the Killer is on tournament point. If Lynn doesn't win this round, it's all over, and Jeff takes home the prize. Jeff wins the entire thing. Oh my god, this is so intense. They're honestly fairly evenly matched. It just seems like the last few matches, Jeff the Killer had her number. And Lynn goes for big damage. She has a huge lead. She might be able to make this comeback. Gets over the knives. Opens up Jeff the Killer. It doesn't look like she's over it. It does not look like this match is over. Opens him up again. Can she do it? Keeps up the offensive pressure. She does not care about Jeff the Killer. Jeff the Killer gets a hit though. Oh, into super. That's very unfortunate. That was not a lot of damage on Lynn though. Up and the counter super. How much is this going to do? Oh my god. He almost killed her. All of a sudden, one hit and Lynn is almost dead. And Jeff the Killer wins the entire thing. That's so unfortunate. Good news for Jeff the Killer and good for him, but he just did so much damage compared to Lynn. And while she fought her absolute hardest, Jeff the Killer wins 3-0 against Lynn Fire Emblem. And Jeff the Killer is our Mugen tournament champ. Thank you guys so much for watching this tournament. It wasn't as close as the first one, but I had a really good time recording it because Lynn's one of my favorite video game characters, like, period. So I had a wonderful time recording this. I thought it was awesome. I hope you guys had a good time too. And to get on to who won the fantasy bracket, if you don't know, in my Discord server we run a fantasy league for Mugen, and the winner of each individual tournament gets to select a character for the next one. The winner of this one was Fermit Krog here. And Fermit Krog, congratulations! You won Mugen Fantasy League Tourney 2. He actually stomped the competition. No offense to the rest of you, but I've never seen someone score this high between both tournaments. It was, wow, good shit, man. I'm impressed. And while I'm doing this, I have to announce that at the very end of the season, the way the season's going to work, I might as well explain that now. If you've tuned in for this long and you're still watching, you're probably interested to know how the Mugen Fantasy League is going to work. Basically, there's going to be one more bracket number 3, and then there's going to be the redemption bracket where you guys in my Discord server or in the YouTube comment sections will vote for characters throughout the tournaments that you want to see return, and the 8 most popular characters between all of them, because 16 times 3, between all 48 characters across all of these tournaments, only 8 are going to get into the redemption bracket. There's no restrictions, by the way. All 8 of them could be from the first tournament if you guys have a lot that you want in there. Every single character that doesn't make it to the grand finals, because both members of the grand finals actually make it to the very end bracket. The way it's going to work is after the redemption bracket, there's going to be a 5th and final tournament with all the winners. It's going to be double elimination, unlike the others. So if you win a tournament, you're going to be in the winner's side. If you lose a tournament, you're going to be on the loser's side. So for example, for this one, Jeff the Killer is going to enter that tournament on the winner's side, and Lynn is going to enter that tournament on the loser's side. And like with the last tournament, Bubbles is going to enter on the winner's side, and Dancing Banana is going to enter on the losing side. If you're not familiar with how tournaments work and that's all very confusing for you, just stick around. It'll make sense as these tournaments come out. Thank you once again for watching. I'll be announcing who's in the next tournament and opening up fantasy bracket submissions very soon. And again, just thank you so much. This series is a lot of fun to make. I'm glad it's doing okay. I hope this one does well. I'm sure it'll do okay. But thank you guys again so much, and I'll smell you all later.
Like a star, you can't stop my